I have to admit I have a little rant, let's just call it, and it concerns public libraries in the United States. Well, I can't speak for the US as a whole, but I can speak about Boston and neighboring cities because this is where I live. And what does it concern? It concerns how libraries are structured, most small branches, so that when you go inside and when you leave, that on either side of the entrance and exit, there are people, there's staff, and they scrutinize you. And I mean, they're nice and generally polite. Some of them are not so nice, and they try to get you to pay your fees, although you may not have reached the $10 limit. That's what the overdue limit of fees is here in Boston anyway. So, but most of them are very nice and very polite, but I just don't like the fact that you're scrutinized and observed every time you enter and leave the library. And for someone with moderate, I'd say, social anxiety, that's the main reason. You wouldn't believe it, but believe me, that's the main reason that I don't fully enjoy my public library experience, because I feel that, and especially when exiting, when I'm a little dazed, a little confused, a little dizzy, a little ditzy blonde, well, I feel that I'm being scrutinized, and I have difficulty making eye contact, and that contributes to the problem. But the only exception, do you know what it is? It's the main branch of the Boston Public Library at Copley Square, the main branch where you can come and go as you please. You're not scrutinized. Yes, there's a guard, a very polite guard at the entrance, but not at close proximity, so you don't feel like you're being looked at every time you enter and exit that specific huge branch. But all the small branches, like in Malden, for example, the Malden Public Library, which is otherwise a magnificent building, very historic too, built by Richardson. But why can't they just let me enter and exit without looking at me, without talking to me in close proximity? I mean, what really is the purpose? Because there must have been some thought, some forethought gone into this specific structure. And what is it? Is it that they're afraid that someone will steal books? I mean, it's possible, but really, who would steal books from a public library? I mean, there are some semi-valuable, of course, with the exception of the main branch at Copley Square of the Boston network, which has some very rare, antiquarian type manuscripts. And actually there was a small scandal. I don't know if it involved, Boston library politics, micropolitics, and who would become the president of the library, and librarian backstabbing. But with the exception of that branch, if you've been to any smaller branch, you see that the books stay the same year after year. Some editions, some newer books, tomes, whatever. But, so who would steal from the library? I don't think anyone. I've never been tempted. I mean, never stolen anything in my life, but because I enjoy being in a library and reading books there inside the library, because one of the function of the library is the social function that you can go there and be surrounded by like-minded people who love books. So that's part of the enjoyment. So, I mean, most people go to the library to read books. They don't go there to steal. I mean, with the exception of those idiots, if you saw that movie American Animals last year, who tried to steal those very expensive books. But anyway, I digress. Time and again. So, I guess this is still recording, but I'd like to humbly ask that the Boston Public Library system, not put staff on either side of the entrance so that, people with social anxiety and everyone, to be quite honest, don't feel like criminals being observed and scrutinized and every time they exit and leave the premises, and make it a more welcoming, less intrusive place. So that would be my little rant concerning the library. So, and hopefully someone will take that into account and make the necessary adjustments and corrections. And that will make the public library experience much more enjoyable and pleasurable for everyone, hopefully. And check the link below. There's a special little gift for everyone who had the love and the courage to listen to my little observation, my little cultural rant. So there's a special little gift for you. Bye.